Good day everybody, welcome back to another chinwag. I hope you guys can hear me. It's very windy where it's coming towards this way, so I don't think there's a microphone on the back of the camera, but I'll soon find out when I look back at this. Anyways, slightly different scenery to the usual chinwags, eh? We're here in Mexico right now, just enjoying the beach. It's very early in the morning, it's about 8 AM right now. Anyway, the Migrant Hotel video went viral. Why? Why is the question? Well, I just thought I'd do a little follow-up to that video, to be honest, because it's had way over 250,000 views now, nearly 4,000 comments, and I think about 6,000 likes. But the thing that intrigued me was reading all the comments, you know. It's amazing to get so many views on a video. It's by far the biggest video I've ever released, and I'm just curious as to why. Why is it so big? So I've got a little list here. Basically, I've just gone through as many comments as I can. I've replied to as many as I can. It's impossible to reply to all, so I'm sorry if I didn't reply to your questions. But I've gone through them. I've gone through a lot of the comments, and what I've done is I've written down a little list here of the most common kind of questions, or yeah, just people's views, you know. So the first one I've put is, why is it only men that have, well, primarily men. Many people saying it's all men, you know. Whether there are females in certain hotels, I don't know, but I do know it is primarily men that are coming in. Now my question to that question is, if these guys are coming over to seek a better life, a safer life, if they're running away from problems and dangers, why aren't they sending the women and the kids first here, you know? Send them to safety and then the men come later. That's usually how it works, right? When people are kind of asylum seeking, they look after the women and the kids first. Sorry, the dog's going crazy here. Anyway, yes, that is a little concerning, I guess. You know, I can see a lot of people's views. A lot of people are saying that is a very strange thing to be happening, and I agree in a way. Where are all the women and the children? I mean, if I was running to safety, if I was wanting my family to be safe and everything, I'd be sending them first and dealing with whatever there is at home, and then come over myself, you know, if that's what had to be done. So yeah, I think that is a little bit strange, and I don't know whether we will find that answer out. Maybe we will in the near future, eh? Let's see, the wind's blowing my little list everywhere here, folks. Another thing many people talk about and mention is Trojan Horse and the Trojan War. Now, I don't know if you guys know what that is. To be fair, I had to Google that. I had to find out what that was for myself. I knew it was a virus you could get on your computer, but I didn't know it was a thing. But anyways, a long story short, the Trojan Horse, yeah, it kind of, I can see where people are coming from with that. Long story short, there was a war back in the day, and a load of people wanted to invade like an area, like a town, for example, or, you know, a specific area in the world. So they built a huge wooden horse, a hollow horse, and put all of the army, all of the soldiers into the horse, so it looked innocent, just an innocent looking wooden horse. And they wheeled the horse into the area that they wanted to invade, and then once the soldiers and the guys were ready to invade, they broke out of the horse and just invaded everyone basically, and caused a ruckus, so to speak. So many people are kind of thinking that that's what's going on here, you know. These guys are coming in here as UN soldiers or the like, or something similar, whatever you want to call them, and there's going to be an invasion. Now, I can see where they're coming from. I can see why they're thinking that, because there could be other ways of dealing with this, and it's the secrecy and the lack of mainstream media presence on this situation that's everyone's kind of struggling with, you know, and I can agree with that. I can totally agree with that. So That's another theory that many people have commented on. So I just thought I need to bring that one up. Let's have a look. Who's to blame? Many people asking who's to blame for this, you know? Is it the French, you know, the French governments that are allowing them to come over, or people are mentioning all sorts of things, but personally, I would blame our government here in the UK. This could easily be dealt with in a better way. They're being very secretive. They definitely don't want it on the mainstream media for some reason. And me personally, yeah, I reckon it is something to do, I don't know, the government aren't dealing with it very well, are they? Do you know what I mean? It just seems a little bit suspicious in my eyes. So yeah, no more on that subject. I think I've just said my little piece on that. Let's have a look. Other people are tying this in with other such things as BLM and Antifa, you know. I don't know if any of you guys saw the thing in Wallasey. They had a peaceful protest in Wallasey, and then a load of people in black, all in black gear, all in black clothing with masks on and hoods up, and they just caused a ruckus, you know. They caused a big scene there. And I did see a guy post a YouTube video who was from Wallasey, and he said they weren't from this area. He said they weren't the peaceful protesters. They weren't the guys that were meant to be here. They've just come here to make it look like it wasn't a peaceful protest, you know, so that it gives the media something to go on, and to make it look like the peaceful protesters are causing a scene and they're causing aggravation over these innocent asylum seekers or migrants, whatever you want to call these guys. You know, that's the thing, we don't even know. And another thing I will mention while we're on this subject before I forget, because I don't think I put it on the list, is that there's many innocent asylum seekers out there that are wanting to come here, you know, that are wanting to seek asylum, genuine, and they're not able to get here because of the likes of what people think are illegal immigrants, or the ones that can't answer questions, or the ones that don't want to be on camera, or the ones that run into the hotels as soon as they see someone with a camera coming towards them. Sorry, my dog's flicking sand all over me here. Yeah, so you know, I think there's many, and that's another comment that many people have said, you know, there's a lot of innocent people that are coming here and they're getting flack, they're getting a lot of grief for being illegal, and I can understand that, you know. I'm sure there are many legal ones that want to come here, but there's some suspicion on others, you know. There's people coming from countries that aren't in any danger, and all these guys are kind of, as people say in the comments, they're fighting age, you know. They're kind of very fit and healthy young men. So the next one is, people are wondering why I don't speak my mind on the last video. They seem to think I'm holding back on my own beliefs and my own thing on this. Well, unfortunately, folks, when you're a content creator on YouTube, you have to be very careful of what you say, especially these days. I certainly don't want to be getting my channel taken down. It's suddenly started to grow, and I think you can tell what my views are by how I say things, you know. I don't think I have to come out with it bluntly and tell you exactly certain things and use certain words. I think you know how I feel about this. I'm sure you know how I feel about this. Yes, I think something strange is going on in my neighborhood. Who are you gonna call? I don't know. Who do you call? That's the thing. We just don't know. But yeah, I think I am speaking my beliefs. I think I am. I just don't want to get any strikes on my channel. I'm doing very well. No strikes so far, and this is the first video I've done on this topic, you know. This isn't my usual topic. It's travel and adventure and walks and hiking and all of that. But I just had to do a video on our little village because that's what's going on, you know. I just thought it was very interesting, and I thought the world needs to see what's kind of going on in these small little pockets of Wales. So I think you know my views, folks, you know, like, yeah, I think there's something going down. I think there's something going down. Many people are also thinking the reason for this is that they're trying to get rid of the British culture. They're trying to get rid of the British culture, and they're trying to, this is in order of the whole one world agenda, you know, the one world laws and all of that. I can kind of see that as well. I mean, this isn't just happening in the UK, this is happening in many other countries, especially in the US. I've heard a lot of people mentioning the US in the comments as well, you know. So I know they're having a lot of trouble there. This seems to be happening a lot all over the world, and again, it kind of goes back to that Trojan Horse situation, since people have mentioned that, you know, and yeah, it's kind of, could be a little bit worrying, you know. Yeah, I have written here, it's bad for genuine asylum seekers. Yes, it is, you know. I know there's genuine people out there that really want to come here for genuine asylum, but unfortunately, folks, as I believe, and many believe, there's a lot of people ruining that for them, you know. And again, if they're seeking asylum, why aren't they stopping in countries such as France and countries where they don't have to get on a little boat and come over to the UK and risk their lives? Do you know what I mean? Why aren't they stopping in other countries, which I guess some of them are, but why are thousands and thousands of them coming over from the UK? Yeah, again, we're a very small island with a very soft government, you know, so that could be one of the reasons, who knows. And yeah, the last thing, I mean, there's many other things, but I tried to keep this video a little bit short. These guys are coming over and they're getting straight onto our health system, the NHS here, you know. They're getting doctor's treatment straight away, they're getting dentist treatment, they're getting housed in these beautiful hotels. In one video I've seen, I don't know how much truth is in this, it's a woman called Yorkshire Rose. She's worth following if you're into anyone that kind of goes to these hotels and asks a lot of questions. She said that they get, the smokers, they even get bought a packet of 20 cigarettes per day, and I believe they're, I don't know, 10 to 15 pounds a packet, which is pretty crazy, eh? That's pretty crazy. So yeah, man, like I say, there's many other comments and thoughts, but I think I've gone over the main bits there, you know. And like I said, I'm currently here in Mexico, and they don't have any of, well, they have their own problems here, clearly, but when you take yourself out of the UK and you're just seeing what's going on there, and yeah, man, you come here and you just feel like you're in a different world, you know. You feel like you're in, not just because it's tropical and it's Caribbean, you just feel more chill here. Like in the UK, you don't realize how bad things are. I guess if you research things a lot, like I do and many people do, you'll kind of know what's kind of going on, you know. If you're turning a blind eye to it, I mean, you're just watching the mainstream media and you're not paying any attention to actually what's going on, then yeah, you're not going to worry about things so much, you know. But I think there is reason to worry for the near future. I worry for my family, I worry for my nephew, I worry for all the kids, because potentially something big could be coming, I believe. So I just felt I needed to do a little Q&A, so to speak, on that video, because it did go viral, and I didn't get a chance, like I say, to answer many questions. So I hope you guys get to see this one, and I hope it's answered some of your questions. If you have any more questions, or you want to comment any more, obviously put them in the comment section below. I'll do my very best to answer them, like I have with the last video. But like I say, I've never had a big video do so well, so many views and so many comments, you know. So I'm still going through them slowly, I'm trying to answer to them still. I mean, the views are still going up by the thousands per day, it's crazy, man. But that to me just proves how many passionate people there are out there about this. And like I said, it's the comments that I go off more, you know. So many people feeling very passionate about what's going on there in the UK, and it's very worrying for our little country, you know. Anyways, folks, I hope this video's turned out, because I know it's very windy, and I hope you've been able to hear me. Elvis wants to say goodbye. Elvis, say adios. Adios. Elvis says adios. Well, from Playa del Carmen, until the next one, folks, stay chirpy. Peace.